Hotep Shalom Namaste. Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm going to talk to you about why the Christian concept of God is wrong. If the Christian God exists, they're wrong. If the Christian God is real, he's wrong. First of all, look at it like this. I also want to tell you, when you have, on a side note, when you have writer's block and a mental block, swallow. Energy is everything. Swallow that energy. Bring it into the Dantian. Convert it into positivity. I'm going to do a whole video about that later, but the Christian concept of God is wrong. They say the Christian God knows all things, sees all things. He's everywhere. The Christian concept of God, he's wrong. He knows everything about you. He knows what you're going to do in 10 minutes and 10 seconds. He knows the outcome of every situation. He knows where you're going to be in 3 minutes. He knows where you're going to be in 30 years from now. He knows who you're going to marry, down to the finest detail, on the spot, on the single blade of grass where you're going to be at. He knows all these things. But this Christian God says, if you don't worship me, you're going to hell. At the same time, he's omnibenevolent. He's all-loving. He will always love you no matter what. His love extends everything. But if you don't worship him, you go to hell. Think about that for a minute. He knows everything about you. He knows the future billions of years in advance and can pinpoint every detail down to a blade of grass, to a grain of sand, to the smallest atom. He can pinpoint all destinies, all possibilities. He knows the future. The Christian concept says God loves you so much, he wants you to worship him. If you don't, you go to hell. Here's where the problem comes in. If God knows everything, why would he make people to begin with, knowing that wouldn't worship him? These people are on this earth, and the Christian God knows these people would never, ever, ever worship him. But he gives them a choice. Worship me or you will burn forever. Worship me or burn forever. But he knows the outcome of every situation. Even if they thought it was a possibility to become righteous and go with him, even if God saw the potential, what they could do, he knows in his mind, in his heart, he knows they will choose the opposite path. He could send 10,000 messengers. He knows they would never, ever come to the path of Christianity. So why would he create these types of people to begin with if he knows they would never come to him? He knows way in advance, 2,000 years from now, Jimmy and Jerry, they're not going to come to Christianity. But I'm about to make them anyway, give them life. And if they don't worship me, they're going to die. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been deceived. Brothers and sisters, you've been tricked. Revelations 12:9. For the devil has deceived the entire world. And I don't see nothing wrong with the Bible per se, because there's a lot of knowledge and wisdom within the Bible. That much I will admit. But if you want to know, like Hebrew Israelites, if you want to know where you're truly from, read into the Aramaic Bible. Read into the Aramaic Bible. The man you call Jesus, his name was Yahushua ben Elah. That was his name. And that means Yahushua, son of God. Yahushua means Yahweh is salvation. Yeshua means salvation. Now listen to this. If you so-called Christians, because Christians, they can't listen to anything that contradicts their belief more than 10 seconds. So Christians, listen to this. If you are a true person of wisdom, logic, and reasoning, because you'd have to be to consider your God is real, you have to be reasonable about it. He doesn't exist within your imagination. He's real. It's common sense. So if you walk on common sense. If your foundation is common sense, logic, reasoning, and understanding, and not imagination and fairy tales, accept this challenge. Ask your God who he is. Pray to him and ask him. Prayer is communication. Pray to your God and ask him, who are you? Where have you come from? And if your God is real, he'll talk to you, correct? Don't tempt your God. I'm not asking you to test your God. Talk to your God. Ask him who he is. Who is he? Yahushua Bain Allah. What does he tell us? Test every spirit. But again, I'm not asking you to test your God. But you should want to know, who are you praying to? Who's answering your prayers? If I was told to worship this God, a deity, I'm going to want to know who he is. I'm not just going to give my energy, time, and devotion to him. I want to know, who are you? Let me in. Help me. But the Christian concept of God is truly wrong. It belittles people. It brings them down to a state of depression and forced labor. It brings them into a state of, you can't do this without him. A Christian who says, I'm nothing without Jesus they could be anything. A pedophile, a rapist, a murderer, a killer, Donald Trump. But anyway, anybody without a concept of what God is, they're lost already. They're lost. Christianity, they put there and force their religion on other people. If you don't believe in this, you will burn. I've studied many cultures. No other culture does this but Christians. And for you to be black in the 21st century, still believing in Jesus. Oh, Santa Claus is fake. Tooth Fairy is fake. Easter Bunny is fake. But for some magical reason, Jesus is real. Santa Claus is fake. Easter Bunny's fake. Tooth Fairy's fake. Oh, but Jesus, he's real. These are the myths that they told us as children, and they expect us when we grow up, we gotta believe it as adults. And nah, I'm not buying that. Yahushua Bain Allah, he was real. He was real. Abba, that is the Father. Karash Ruach, that is sacred spirit. That is what I give my energy to. I believe in that. My ancestors came across some type of deity, because we are the true Hebrews. African Americans, from North America to South America, the Caribbeans, you are the Hebrews. But that's go look at my video Deuteronomy 28. But other than that, yeah, we are the Hebrews, and my ancestors contacted some deity, and they failed, and now we're here in America due to a curse. But remember, brothers and sisters, it's time for us to, not just Africans, but all people need to realize, this God you're worshiping, is it really true? With a loving God, knowing every outcome, no matter what you think, he knows what you're going to do after you even think it. Would this God create humans knowingly they will go against him and ultimately condemn themselves? Why would he create somebody knowing they're going to be destroyed, no matter what they say, no matter what they do? He knows the outcome. He knows little Jim Bob was going to be a murderer and a rapist. He knows it. So why would he bring that man into existence? Not only that, not only is he harming other people, but now he's going to be burned and tormented forever. Not 3 years, not 10 years, not 16 years so he learned his lesson, but for eternity. Why would a loving God, an all-knowing God, create something like that? He knows when I create this man, he's going to go on a rampage and murder a lot of people. I'm going to send him 3 messengers. He's not going to listen to none of them. He's not going to listen to not one. Not only is he going to murder a lot of people, but when he go to hell, he's going to be there for eternity. God, why would you make somebody like that? The Christian God, more rather. If the Christian God is this so-called high top deity, why would he allow something like that? However, the truth is there is more than one God. They're called devas in Hinduism, in Buddhism. They are devas. We are in an age of darkness. You don't go to hell forever. Life is about growing and evolving. No loving God will let you burn and be tormented forever. Even in Islam, they say God's mercy always overcomes his anger. No loving entity will allow you to be destroyed for eternity. Because a God wants to see his children grow at the end of the day. He wants to see his children grow. So why would he put a capstone, and why would he put a cap on them? They can't grow. They can't learn anymore. Even if they desired it, they can't learn. Christianity, ladies and gentlemen, is a mental illness. Christianity is literally a virus within the human body. A virus within a computer. It shuts down all programs and it freezes up and make irrational decisions, and it just messes up. Same thing with the human mind in Christianity. Some things, anything that is illogical, it would be considered like something like, I would say it's not okay. Put it like this: when someone accepts something that is illogical, the acceptance of something that is illogical is a virus. Accepting something that you know is wrong or illogical, even if you don't know it, that is a virus. That is wrong. Accepting the fact somebody will love you for eternity, but they'll burn you for eternity. A woman believing this man loves her, but he beats her up every morning, smacks her every night, and demands sex, food, and silence. That is a bad man. And the acceptance of that is a bad woman. Accepting this man as her soulmate is bad. Oh, he's a good man. It's okay if he beat me once in a while. It's okay if he smacks me around. He loves me. That's a mental illness. If you was kidnapped, you woke up, you and 12 other people inside of a house. You don't know where you at, but you and 12 other people are in this house. The owner of this house comes to you. Welcome to my home. He who worships me and treats me as a god, I will let you come upstairs where there is plenty of food and you can have whatever you want. But if you do not accept me, I'm going to send you into the basement where you will be tormented by my pit bulls, and they're just vicious. They'll eat you alive. They haven't eaten in days. They only eat occasionally. Treat me as this God. I'm the God of this house. Treat me as the God and king of this house, and you can come upstairs into the attic and have whatever you want. Food, grapes, whatever you want. TVs, we got water beds. You can have your own room. We got everything up there. But if you do bad, you're going in that basement with those pit bulls. And that's not the only thing that's down there. It's very dark and murky. I don't think you want to go down there. It gets real cold in the wintertime. First thing a reasonable person's going to say, how did I get here? Who are you? How does even this apply to me? A reasonable person would question this existence. He must have been through it before. And what the owner of the house is going to say, I'm going to be up in the attic. And one day I'm going to come back and catch y'all. If I catch you slipping up, you go into the basement. Period. You going to the basement. If I catch you slipping up, he got cameras all around the house. He can see what you're doing. If you slipping up, when he comes down, you'll never know when he comes downstairs. And when he comes downstairs, it's going to be real ugly if you messing up. Why should you not knowing what is going on in the world, why would you give your time and energy and call this dude a god, a king, or whatever, just because you popped up into this existence? It wouldn't make sense. And if you don't do it, he's going to throw you into the basement or the pits of hell for eternity and to be tormented. You did not ask to come into this world. And even if you did, to give your time and energy up to somebody who is all-knowing, knowing all outcomes, but are going to kill you anyway, that's illogical. A man knows. A man walks up to a woman, have sex with me, or I'm going to kill you. He knows this woman is going to reject him. She's a loyal woman. She's faithful. She's honest. And she's a God-fearing woman. But he walks up to her knowing the outcome. Have sex with me or I will rape you. He knows the answer is going to be no. She's a God-fearing woman. She has a husband and she's loyal. She's not going for that. Do what you want, but I'm not doing that. That's what he wanted. He wanted to rape her. He wanted that because he knew she would say no. He didn't give her a choice because he knew the outcome. You humans, you weren't given choices into this world. The outcome was already known. Just like that analogy. You're supposed to ask that man when you in that house and you woke up in that house, how did I get here? How come I gotta do what you say? Where's the real creator of this home? Why do I gotta do what you say? Who are you? I just woke up and you're telling me to do this, that, and the other? Who are you? Where is your father? And where is his father's father? And his father's father's father? Where are they at? Who gave you authority and permission? Keep this on your mind, and truth will come to you all days. But do not listen to me. Do not believe me. Meditate on my words. Meditate on all the things you hear from anyone else. Meditate on these things, and the truth will come to you. Kol Asher Hava, Katie Addis. Peace, and stay blessed, everybody.